Apologetics is a tool of control and effectively brainwashing for Christians. You've seen apologetics videos of the old guys on college campuses fighting with students about the Bible. It has almost nothing to do with those students. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a deep skeptic, also a pastor. Apologetics is a field of study, but I mean, to call it a field of study is kind of like calling Cocoa Krispies a source of grain in your diet. But it's a thing that people teach, and they're teaching about a specific set of Christian beliefs, and not just the set of beliefs, but how you argue with other people so that you can prove that they are wrong, that you are right, ultimately so that they will become a Christian. Yes, I was trained in apologetics as a teenager. I bought the Josh McDowell book about questions that have answers, and I was unleashed on unsuspecting students in my high school. And I argued. I was really good at arguing and quote unquote winning the argument, but the problem was nobody ever wanted to be saved as a result of me winning the argument. That's actually always the case. I have literally ever even heard of someone choosing to be a Christian because an apologist stood at a campus and convinced them through argumentation. The more I lived with it, the more I realized that it had almost nothing to do about the other person. It was all about the Christian, because of the way it orients that Christian in their mind, in their relationship to all of the other people in the world. Apologetics says that here are the right answers, and anyone who disagrees with that right answer is just simply wrong, like somebody saying if you drop a rock it's going to go up and not down. And it's not just that they are wrong, it's kind of teaching you that the other people are deluded and that they needed to be woken up from their stupor. And so you memorize logical arguments to disprove every common question. And then you're taught like the categories of questions so that if somebody comes at you with something slightly unique, you can pivot it and say, what you're actually asking is this. And then you go right into your memorized logical argument that clearly proves that they're wrong. And let's just be clear, they don't disprove the things. They're very easy to poke holes in, but you are taught that not only are these the right answers, but these are the right ways to disprove the wrong answers. So two big brainwashing techniques that are employed or deployed through apologetics is isolating you from other ideas and isolating you from other people with other ideas. So the first thing is it teaches you this sort of ultimate confidence in a single very narrow viewpoint of Christianity. And it's so confident. It's at the level of just absolute ridiculousness if you could ever possibly believe anything else, because here are the logical arguments as to how this is proven to be the only way you can possibly believe. And that level of confidence isolates you from even considering other beliefs. It takes you and it sort of builds a nice wall around you, except the problem is people. And so what apologetics does, in addition to giving you that ultimate consequence, is it orients you in any religious conversation in the posture of argumentation, right? Because the goal is to save these people from hell. And so you don't just need to be confident, you need to be strong in your confidence, and you need to be ready to give an answer and to prove them wrong for the state of their soul. You never enter a religious conversation with the idea that you might learn something. You always enter it in argumentation mode, in the defense of the gospel. Well, except for when you are at your church. And so this is the brainwashing part. The only people that are okay to tell you that you are wrong and to give you the one correct way to believe are the people at your church. And ultimately your pastor. This is often done to teenagers. Teenagers' prefrontal cortexes are beginning to form. They are uniquely susceptible to this kind of technique, to sources of authority, to the lack of ability to fully process and understand metaphor, right? It is primed. And so when this is done to people, especially teenagers, it effectively brainwashes them and ensures that they continue to be able to be controlled by their religious leaders. And it makes sure that they stay away from anyone who might be able to convince them otherwise. Oh, and shout out to Sparky on our Not Church Discord for helping me come up with the hook for this video.